Hey guys, and welcome back.
And if you're new here, thanks for joining us today.
So today we're going to take you on a tour of the Space Coast RV Resort located in
Rockledge, Florida.
All right, let's get the tour started. As you come in, there's a cute little pond right here, and this is also the dog walk area basically around the pond. This park does provide you little doggy bags for you to pick up after yourself. This is very tranquil and beautiful. They've got this nice little bench underneath the tree so that you can enjoy the shade. There's some pull-through spots. I think these are really cute, the way they've designed it with a little picket fence in front of the spot. So in the office, they have this little cute nook where you can come read and just enjoy the air conditioner, some quiet time. They do have a cooler with cold beverages that you can enjoy as well. Also, if there's something that you need as an emergency, you don't have to run to the store. They do have a little store in here with different things for your camping needs. So feel free to get your shop on in here. And I'm sure this back here must be the mail for the annual residents, but as transients, if you're gonna get mail, there's gonna be a little basket down here for you to collect it for. Outgoing mail, go ahead and just drop it right outside of the front of the office for pickup. You'll see across the street from the office, there's a little basketball hoop if you do like to play. So this is the pool. All the way at the back, that's a little jacuzzi. We will say that this pool, while it may seem bigger on camera, it's actually pretty small. But it is heated, which is a nice factor. And there seems to be very comfortable seating back there, and a wheelchair accessible lift to get into the pool. Let's go towards the back so that you can see that jacuzzi. So this is what seems like the jacuzzi. When we came by here the other day, somebody said it was actually a kiddie pool. I don't think so, because I can actually see the jets down there. So I think it is a jacuzzi. And there is a bathroom here attached to the pool area, and showers for you to rinse before and after. All right, let's continue our walk. Lexi's ready. You ready, Lexi? Yes. Let's check out the rec hall, which is actually right across from the pool. You'll come in through these sliding glass doors, and it looks like there's some diner style chairs and tables here, as well as a community board. It's like there's a big table in here. Somebody's been building a puzzle. Some chairs, bench, more of these little diner style chairs. Some more puzzles in here that you can pick from. And it looks like the rec hall is also attached to one of the laundry rooms. So when we come on in here, you've got washers all along this side. Looks like these washers are $2 per load. Have a little cart for you to move your laundry around. More washers on this side, and then dryers on this side. These are $1.50 a piece. Got a sink to wash up, and your folding table. This is the outside door of that same laundry room, which is located right around the corner from the pool and the entrance for the rec hall. Right behind the rec hall laundry room office is this huge propane tank where you can go ahead and get a refill. You will have to check in with the office for it, although right now it's out of order. Let's take a closer peek at the shuffleboard court. There's plenty of seating, as well as plenty of shade. The courts look very nice and well manicured, probably recently maintained because the lines and the paint is pristine. The boards to keep score are also in really good condition. I'm not honestly sure where to get the equipment because I don't see like a little storage shed out here. So that would probably have to be at the office. Working my way to the middle of the park, which is where the trash compactor is. And I just want to show you just how narrow these roads are. And if there's a truck parked parallel to the street on this side and a truck parked parallel to the street on this side, it's going to be really tight to drive your rig through here. Almost there. All right, so this is the one and only trash compactor in the park. Where you see all the stickers over here, that's actually the door. You would unlock it, slide it open, and throw your trash in there. They do recycle aluminum cans, as you see here. Now, it's not absolutely necessary to come throw out your trash yourself. They do daily trash pickups. They ask that you put it outside of your spot by 9 a.m. and they ask not to put it out overnight. Obviously, in case there's any strays, which we've seen several, or wild animals to come and destroy it. So if you want to bring out your trash in the morning, they will pick it up and drop it out for you. There is no trash pickup as of right now on Sundays. They said until further notice. And here's a second little pond. It's right behind the trash compactor. And there is a little picnic table off to the side of the pond. And this one too has little doggy bags provided for you. This street that the trash compactor is on is basically the only street here towards the back that is two-way. And you'll notice in the drive-through video back here, the majority are just manufactured homes. Until you get all the way to the end, there are some pull-through sites for RVs over there. We made it to the third pond. So back here, they also provide little benches, although it's not shaded. And I will say this is the one that I've seen the most activity on. I've seen a bunch of turtles, not just swimming around, but hanging out on that little floating dock in the middle. Very nice. There is a laundromat off to the side, and I'll insert the clip of the tour that Lou did in there for you guys a couple days ago.
So this is the other laundromat that they have here. They're all pretty much the same. This one doesn't have AC. So if you come in the middle of the afternoon, like when I first got here, it's actually very crispy in here. And the washers and dryers are through an app called Clean My Mobile. And depending on the cycle that you select, depending on the price. They have a little bit of an area here to fold, a sink, and then they have a ironing board or ironing area with an iron, which I used the other day and it works pretty well.
Okay, we made it over to the public restrooms. Let's go ahead and take a peek at what they look like inside. So this whole side, which is the side facing the trash compactor, we're one road over from where the trash compactor is. This whole side is just facilities, like bathroom facilities. Your toilet, your sink, all that good stuff. The first one is handicap accessible. The rest of them are just normal. So let's look at one of each. So you've got your paper towels, a toilet, which I see the lady in here every other day cleaning, and your sink and garbage. I've actually never been inside this bathroom, so for being handicapped, it looks pretty narrow. Let's check. Oh, to me they look like the same size. Yeah, definitely. The other side of this building structure, they're all showers. That's basically the scene of the crime. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you weren't on the live. So I will link the live up here on the cards so that you can hear the story that happened to us here in the showers. So you'll see there are 7 showers. The first one being handicap. It is big enough for 2. I might be speaking from experience. Okay, so the third one, this is where Lou was. And let's show you what it looks like in here. Let's start off by turning on the light. You've got a little bench. And, ooh, no, it's really dark in here. Got your shower, soap holder, nozzle. It's, like I said, nice and clean in here. The lady comes and cleans every other day. You got a hook to hang your bag or your towel, and that's pretty basic, but it's nice. My favorite part is this little bridge crossing over. We cross it all the time since we're on the other side. Speaking of the other side, let's work our way over to our spot so that we can show you what it looks like and the connections and all that good stuff. Just as an idea, look at the FedEx truck in this road, how thin. All right, so here is our spot. You'll see it's all gravel. We have a little home on one side and a trailer on the other. They do provide you with a little picnic table. We're already broken down because we leave tomorrow morning. But you have a little concrete pad right next to your gravel spot. And this particular spot, which I think we're at A21, I don't particularly love. There is a slope right here. So if you want to level, you have to do it right before the slope. Otherwise, the rocks start to slide down and your little leveling pads will slide with it. On the driver's side of your rig, you have your water spout. I believe this is for the other side, not us. Your sewer connection. And then your electric pole. This side I think gives both 30 and 50. Let's double check. This side does give both 30 and 50 connections. Standing behind the trailer to not stand in the middle of the sun. It's so hot. Well, that's a wrap for the tour. I hope you enjoyed the Space Coast tour. Let's go ahead and now go for a little drive. So I'll insert the clip of driving around the park so you can get an idea of what the whole campground looks like. And stay tuned for after that, where me and Lou will sit down and give you our honest reviews of this park. All right, so we are turning into the street that the Space Coast Resort is on. Off of Barnes. Barnes is what you, I guess, exit off of onto from I-95. I'm very confused because it's Lou that's aware with like the directions. But when you pull in, you'll see the sign at the very entrance that says Space Coast RV Resort or Encore Resort. And then here off to the left, there's a little pond. And there are some pull-through RV spots here on the left. I'm sorry, here on the right. The speed limit in here is 5 miles per hour. Over here off to the right-hand side is where the pool is, the recreational hall, one of the laundry rooms, and the office. So this is where you want to pull over into to check in. All right, let's go ahead and go for a drive throughout the park, and I will cue the music so that you can check out the sights. This is one way. Whoopsie. Do not enter. That's one way. Which is fine because I believe this street is mainly manufactured homes for the permanent residents. Let's go down the other one and start zigzagging. Sorry about that. Most of these streets are one way. There's only one, which is this one, that is a two-way, and then another one, actually it might be this one still all the way to the end. I know towards the end there's another one that says two-way, but most of them are one-way streets. We've got the trash compactor here to the right, and right behind that is another little pond. And again, you'll notice most of these streets, the majority are manufactured homes. The RVs are peppered in. And over here on the right, there's another little pond, and the structure adjacent to the pond is the other laundry room. On our left-hand side, these are pull-through sites. On the left and right. Is one way, so we will skip that street, but it's going to be basically just like the one I'm going through now. This is actually the one that we are parked right here to the right hand side. We're going to pass us though, so that you can be able to see at least the other street as well. Now as we drive forward, we're going to approach the shuffleboard, which is towards the front of the park also. Here on the left-hand side is where the shuffleboard course is at. Those are the bathrooms. One side, this side of the street, is the bathrooms, and the other side of the street, so it's accessible from both sides, are the showers. same street we were just on, so we can go ahead and park and head inside. Baby green. And we're back. Let's go ahead.
Alright, we hope you enjoyed this little tour of the Space Coast RV Resort. So we stayed here for 14 days.
Right.
If we didn't have the 1,000 Trails collection, how much would this have cost us?
All right, it would have cost us $1,135 to stay here for 14 days.
Wow. And then internet. So I will put here on the screen. We use both AT&T, our hotspot, and our T-Mobile.
Right, and it looks like AT&T did a little better this time, but they were not too far apart.
Okay. And now let's get into our rating system. So if you've watched our tours in the past, our rating system is based off of our name. So an eat category, sleep, RV, and a repeat. So in terms of eating, I actually will give this park a good rating for eating. Because there's within a mile,
Yes.
literally within a mile, you have grocery stores, you have restaurants, and you have fast food.
Yep.
Now the park itself does have a little store inside of it too, with some snacks and some drinks. So if you don't want to run to the store and you're just craving a Coke and chips, you can get it inside the convenience store that's located inside the office.
Yeah, and not far at all from here. Not only that, as you mentioned, grocery store. You have Publix, which is a huge grocery store here in Florida, and you also have Aldi's.
Right across the street.
Right across the street, literally across the street from each other.
Yeah.
And we can get there on our e-bikes.
For sure. And you can walk there because it's under a mile.
You can also walk
So if
there.
you choose to, but yeah, e-bikes or your bicycles are very convenient not to have to move your vehicle.
Yeah, so it's very conveniently located in terms of the park.
Yeah. So sleep, in terms of comfort, I will say that it's not as easy to level there. Our site specifically, A21, the back of the site angles down. So yeah, it has a slope. So when we put the leveling blocks down, the rocks would start sliding down and the leveling blocks would slide down. So then now it wasn't leveled anymore. So we did have to the next day or a couple of days later pull the trailer a little bit more forward. But even at that, with the gravel was just not easy to keep it level all the time. But
It's very quiet.
I was gonna say, in terms of quiet time,
Yeah.
it is observed.
Yeah, it's
There
very quiet.
is no loud noise. It's nice and dark. Even though we had a lamppost right in front of us, which I don't complain about. I like having
I
light
appreciate
near
that
us.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, near us. But yeah, sleep was very, very comfortable.
Yeah.
And RV. So RV would be basically the RV park, the amenities,
And what to do in the area?
and what to do in the area. The amenities lack tremendously.
Yeah.
There's a shuffleboard court and it looks well maintained. There is a pool, but it's more like a pool to put in a house's backyard. It's really small.
Yeah, it's a residential size pool. I would think that if you had a family of 4 in there, you wouldn't have any personal space in it.
Yeah, at all. There is a rec hall, but it's just a room with tables and puzzle games. That's it. There's no billiard. There's no foosball. There's nothing. So
There's
yeah,
no table tennis. There are no courts
Nothing.
outside in terms of like pickleball or tennis,
mini golf,
mini
nothing
golf.
of that sort.
There is nothing. You have a residential style pool, a rec hall that you can go in and sit in and maybe read a book or build a puzzle, and 4 shuffleboard courts.
Yeah.
That is it.
There is no dog park. They have a dog walk, which is basically around the lake. It's not fenced in, so you can't let your dog off leash. So that's another downside too for those that have pets.
Right. They do have 2 onions. It's affordable. It's $2 to wash and $1.75 to dry. So it's affordable. The
Yeah.
bathrooms are clean.
Yeah. So while inside the RV park, it's not as exciting. There's plenty to do outside the RV park. So there's a sanctuary nearby, which we did visit. I'll make sure to link that up in the cards if you haven't seen it yet. You have the beach, of course.
Cocoa Beach.
Yeah, which we visited as well. And I'll link that too if you haven't seen it.
And none of that is too far away. So the sanctuary is probably like 1.5 to 2 miles away. And Cocoa Beach is about 5 miles away.
Yeah.
5 or 6 miles away.
So there's things to do in the area.
Canaveral is there.
The Space Center.
The Space Center, obviously. Merritt Island is there. The Merritt Island Wild Refuge is there. So there's a lot of things that you can do while you're there to have fun and entertain yourself.
Yeah, for sure. So then, repeat. Will we come back?
For me, if I don't have to come back, if there's something else available, I would rather go somewhere else.
Yeah.
I didn't feel welcome there. I actually walk almost every day.
Yeah.
And I didn't go out to walk once because it just didn't feel welcoming.
Yeah.
We stayed in the RV for basically 2 weeks. While we were in the park, we were inside the RV.
Yeah. Unless we left the campground, we were out and about. We didn't really
Not that
explore the
there's
campground.
anything to do, right? There's really nothing
Or
to do.
shuffleboard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I don't find the people there to be as friendly to us transient folks with Thousand Trails. That campground was recently changed from being a 55 and over community to now allowing children. So something else that was mentioned, I asked the lady in the office, like, why is the rec always closed? I've tried to go in there a couple of times to work,
Right.
but the door's been closed. It's not even 8 o'clock at night and the door's closed. She's like, oh, we close it before we leave. And they close the office at 5. She says that the kids have been vandalizing it.
I don't think there's anything to vandalize
There's
there.
nothing to vandalize, but okay. But yeah, it seems like probably because they're residents that were there prior, 55 and older, they're just not happy with us transient folks and with kids coming. So it's not welcoming to walk by and say good morning and for them to turn their face, you
Yeah.
know, or
They don't seem happy at all. I don't know if they're not happy within themselves,
yeah.
or maybe they don't have the financial resources to maybe move to another 55 and older park, and they're kind of stuck with this decision that, you know, I mean, I can imagine if you move somewhere under the precursor that you're going to live under a certain guise, and then somebody changes it, that I wouldn't be happy either.
Yeah, I wouldn't be happy either.
You know,
Yeah.
but for us, it just didn't feel right. It's the first park that we go to that it feels that way, because usually people are very friendly. You know, there's activities. There's that happy camper.
Yeah.
They are not happy campers.
No, no. So yeah, repeat is definitely a no unless absolutely necessary, which it shouldn't be because there's other options, whether it's Cracker Barrel or Walmart to overnight if we're passing through.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to park anyway.
It's so the streets are just so narrow. To drive through and then back up into, especially our spot, it's angled for you to
Opposite.
enter and exit opposite of the one way. So it's even more difficult to either back in or even leave. And it's really not laid out properly. And those streets are way, way too narrow.
It's not worth the trouble.
Not at all.
So, wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, this is our first wah, wah, wah. The Thousand Trail parks we've done tours on. But we hope you enjoyed this tour at least and learning a little bit about the park and the area. If you did, please give us a big thumbs up. We'd love to read your comment down below. What park have you experienced that's similar to our experience where you didn't quite love it? Tell me about it.
If you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and help us grow this channel. Make sure you check out our Patreon as well and help us support St. Jude's Children's Hospital. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you can get notified every time we upload a video. And as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.
Bye, guys.